If you want to get the best Panasonic camera from a wide selection of various Lumix cameras, you should read many reviews and test dozens of cameras. The diversity of these models is extremely wide, offering universal compact cameras, as well as professional systems. Making comparison tests, I have detected that each Panasonic model has its strengths. For example, convenient compact cameras feature such an advantage as high performance combined with minimal body dimensions. Panasonic Lumix models are popular among users, primarily due to excellent video quality, being the choice of video operators. But it doesn't mean that photo quality in Lumix cameras is inferior to competitors. Number 1. Panasonic Lumix G9. For the lineup of mirrorless Panasonic cameras, this model is a big and qualitative leap forward. Thanks to the high-speed burst shooting combined with fast and precise autofocus, big memory buffer, as well as flexible control, effective stabilization system, high photo and video quality in 4K format, this camera may be easily called a professional one. Add a solid metallic chassis, water and dust protection, the possibility to work in sub-zero temperatures, live viewing and control via a qualitative LCD screen and electronic viewfinder, and you will get a convenient tool for shooting in challenging conditions. This mirrorless Panasonic Lumix camera isn't ahead of a DSLR in weight and dimensions, but for professionals, its convenient grasping handle will be more pleasant than the possibility to put the camera into the coat pocket. Number 2. Panasonic Lumix S1. The strength of DC-S1R is its great photo detailing, thanks to a 47MP sensor. This monster is developed for landscape, studio, object, and portrait shooting. Speed parameters are up to 9 FPS with frame-by-frame autofocus, and up to 6 FPS with a follow-up one. The buffer is big by modern standards, 40 RAW. It also features some new functions and an ace in the hole in the form of 4K shooting, making the model one of the best Panasonic cameras. In several seconds, it records 6 dozen of frames that may be saved as single photos. The autofocus system of the camera uses the possibilities of artificial intelligence and computing power of the processor to recognize objects. It rarely happens that you have to choose the autofocus manually. Focusing on the contrast principle is quick enough for the major shooting types and is very precise. The stabilization system deserves particular praise, thanks to its ability to win more than 6 exposure levels in comparison with critical values. A large body size took the issue of energy consumption off the table. Comparatively big battery is capable of ensuring continuous work without a recharge half a day of an intensive and a whole day of an ordinary shoot. Number 3. Panasonic Lumix GH5s. It is a great camera to shoot 4K videos. Panasonic has already created a universal model in the world of 4K cameras, GH5, but GH5s goes farther and sacrifices resolution in favor of video quality. The sensor with a resolution of 10MP is not very suitable for photo shooting, but it is ideal for 4K videos, because its dimensions are a little bigger than those of Micro Four Thirds format. It allows recording with various shooting rates without usable area loss and frame cropping. Also, I would like to mention that this Panasonic Lumix camera may shoot 4:2 to 10-bit videos and record them on the memory card. GH5s has a shooting mode with a flat V-Loggle Gamma by Panasonic for further expansion of the dynamic range. The majority of competitors may shoot clips lasting up to 30 minutes, while GH5 supports unlimited recording. It depends on the memory card capacity. The camera provides high sharpness, contrast, and good color reproduction. Number 4. Panasonic Lumix G90 G95. DC G90 is a controversial camera that commands respect from the first minute, thanks to its performance and well-designed control. It doesn't disappoint while shooting simple stories, and pleases with an abundance of interesting shticks, shooting with creative filters in 4K photo mode, post-focus, and etc. However, in challenging shooting conditions, this Panasonic Lumix model shows itself not in the most flattering light. Shooting with high ISO is one of the main disappointments. While shooting, ISO 2500 was already critical. Although autofocus pleased with the response speed and ability to work in darkness, in practice, it appears to be not a precise one, and seems not to catch up with the fast movement in the frame. The camera is interesting for advanced lovers of leisured creative shooting. If you are a landscape shooter or shoot portraits in good lighting, the described drawbacks will not affect you much. The opportunity to purchase relatively cheap optics is another advantage. Travel photographers should appreciate a good construction of this model, dust and water protection, extremely convenient tilting screen, and a great stabilizer. Like other Panasonic Lumix mirrorless models, It has an inbuilt dual-IS 2, a hybrid stabilization system that sums up the optical stabilization and internal stabilization with a matrix shift in order to compensate vibration up to 5 levels. Number 5. Panasonic Lumix DC GX9. Although DC GX9 is the best Panasonic camera to begin your career, it limits your potential in terms of creative growth. It can shoot with a speed of 9 FPS, up to 30 FPS in 4K photo mode. The model has predictable and fast autofocus, flexible RAW and well-designed control, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The camera turned out to be compact and convenient, with great control and several program buttons. A convenient sensor display and tilting viewfinder should be also noted. In a small body, there is a place for an inbuilt flash and a hot shoe, so you may comfortably work in the studio. Conventional drawbacks of this Panasonic Lumix model are hidden in video shooting. 4K recording is possible only with crop. There are no separate outputs to connect the microphone and headphones. However, the capabilities available are quite enough for amateur purposes. It is a good choice if photography is your hobby. The model is suitable for learning and future creativity, thanks to developed functionality and characteristics comparatively high for this class. Number 6. Panasonic Lumix G85. Panasonic Lumix G85 is an appealing device for amateur shooters. Lightweight and water-resistant, it is equipped with many control tools, a tilting sensor screen, and the possibility to be adjusted according to your needs. An important advantage over competitors is a hybrid control that allows changing practically all the parameters, using classic management tools, as well as virtual sensor buttons and sliders. Let's add many identified and 10 programmed buttons, and we will get an almost ideal user interface. The camera supports 4K photo shooting. In fact, it is shooting with 4K resolution and a flow rate of 30 frames per second. But subsequently, any of the frames may be transformed into a single photo, with the resolution of 8 MP. The camera also has a post-focus function that enables you to select an autofocus point after the shooting, or combine all the photos taken into one, with a huge depth of field that is very useful in object photography. Number 7. Panasonic Lumix ZS200 TZ200. This Panasonic Lumix model boasts the best battery life. It has a retractable flash, 4 adjustable buttons, and a special autofocus auto-exposure lock button. The most distinct feature of DC TZ200 is its lens. It consists of 13 elements situated in 11 groups. 5 as spherical elements, 3 with an extra low dispersion, and 1 of a mixed type. Together they create a 15x optical zoom lens, which may be fully dragged into the camera body. The lens also allows performing a great macro shooting at a distance of 5 centimeters. Moreover, a 1-inch MOS sensor of the Panasonic Lumix TZ200 camera is extremely big for such a compact camera and contributes greatly to detailization increase.